SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news. Plus, the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time. In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
Hello, viewers around the world. You're welcome. Another beautiful day here in Milan, Italy. My name is Mark Godwin Iwejua, and we're here on our Wednesday Global Africa Update. Global Africa Update is a Wednesday program. We give out news stories, exclusive reporting, and our perspective on top news and some other scoop stories we have. And joining me to do this morning is the great man from Toronto, Canada, George Chukwu. George, good morning.
Good morning, Massive Mark, and good morning, viewers from around the world, and welcome you to our news updates today.
Yes, George, you're welcome. George, quick one. There's a news coming in from your end there. Kentucky, 7 people were just killed this, I think it was midnight last night, while a plane crashed in Kentucky. Let's see that news before we continue, George. There's a So that's the plane crash in Kentucky airport yesterday night. The plane crashed and 7 people confirmed dead so far. Catastrophic event there, George.
That is very
George,
sad.
what do you know?
Very sad. This happened in Muhammad Ali International Airport, and this is a U.S. Cargo plane that was just lifted up and then went down instantly. So we don't know whether this is 7 people already confirmed dead, 2 people were injured, but they said that casualties might increase because there are 2 people that were unaccounted for already who were around. So it's a very, very, very sad news, honestly speaking.
Wow.
Very
good one. Thank you for that update, George. So viewers, that's it coming from United States, Muhammad Ali International Airport, Louisiana. Kentucky, state of Kentucky has that crash. 7 so far, like George said, and more probably as we go on. George, sad news. Our condolences
to the families that are involved and all the. Can you imagine what is going to be lost in this whole entire thing? It's a UPS cargo carrying all kinds of things. So it's going to be domino effect when it really comes to what has been affected in this, because and it's going to be international. So
it's going to be international.
Things that are being shipped already, transported in logistics is all destroyed. It's sad. It is sad.
Oh yeah, Georgie, thank you. Good update, George. All right, George, let's come to what's happening in Nigeria. Still on the Trump and the explosive post he made on his Truth social platform on Saturday. Now, more stories are coming up, George. More stories. West Africa bloc, the West African ECOWAS bloc has said they reject that U.S. claim of religious violence. Also, the Nigerian government is doing everything it can to say it's not true. But George, let's talk about this again.
We really need to delve down in it, because the reason why I want to say this is simply because everybody have their own little twist to the whole entire saga. Now,
Yes.
former U.S. President Donald Trump, recent threat of military action in Nigeria over alleged Christian persecution has sparked strong reactions from Nigerians home and abroad, all over the place. So what we see here is why many reject the statement as oversimplified and misleading. The controversy has once again drawn global attention to the ongoing violence in the Nigerian Middle Belt. Pay attention. This is very important. This is what we fail to understand. Okay? Nigerian Middle Belt, a region torn apart by farmers and herder clashes, ethnic tension, and resource struggles. So when we are talking about is there a religious conflict or violence? Yes, there is. Let's not play games. We can deny it all we want to. That's why we don't move forward. At the heart of this crisis are centuries of old grievances, intensified by climate change, poverty, and influx of weapons through both Christian and Muslim victims. The Middle Belt, mostly Christian farmers community, have suffered disproportionate attacks with thousands displaced and entire villages wiped out. So we are not playing games here. Okay. So now when opening the hook now Trump's comment may have made headlines, but behind the noise lies a painful truth. The Middle Belt of Nigeria is bleeding. About 3.5 million have already been displaced. Most of them are Christians, and they have never been able to return home. The Middle Belt, that stretch between the Muslim and dominated north and the Christian south, is Nigerian ethnic religious crossroad. It's a region of rich diversity and deep tension. Watch this, okay? What's driving the conflict? Competition for land and water. This has been the old situation. Farmers and herders fighting over shrinking resources, climate change pushing herders south as deserts expand in the northern part of Nigeria. Old wounds and political neglect reigniting ethnic grievances. Influx of weapons from the Sahel turning local clashes into large scale of massacre. So what do they do? The tactics is this. Listen to this. This is very important because we can talk all we want to. We hear everybody coming, the politicians are coming, everybody saying, oh, let's not talk about Nigeria. Nigeria is having a religious conflict. Tell me, how many times have we seen mass burial of Muslims in the north?
Okay.
See a lot of things. Boko Haram has been, taking advantage of the north. But when we come to the Islamic terrorist militia, these are people that are intentionally and purposefully planned, orchestrated to displace these people of the Middle Belt. Most attacks happen at night. Villages are raided, homes are burned, families displaced. The aim isn't just to kill, but to erase a whole community. Are we not seeing it? Have we not been receiving news about this almost every month?
Every month.
Have we not? Okay. Over 3.5 million people. Over 3.5 million people, all housed in, Benue, Plateau, Taraba, and all those places. I mean, what are we talking here? Why can't we open up our eyes and admit the truth so that we can be saved? Three governments already, starting from Jonathan, Buhari.
Okay. All right, George, let's help our viewers. The map you're seeing there, viewers around the world watching us, that's the map of Nigeria. Now, a big country with 36 states plus FCT, Abuja, that's the federal capital. Now, the Middle Belt George was emphasizing is the one with the yellow stripes. Those are the countries in that stretch. You have Kogi State, you have Nasarawa State, you have Nasarawa, Kogi, Benue. Now, this whole part of the Middle Belt add up to this conversation going on now that Trump is looking at. We're also looking at what the chairman the House Committee Chairman on Appropriation has also said that these places have become a den for killing. So right there at the middle belt, what you're seeing, these various communities, states, Taraba, Benue, Plateau, Adamawa, Kogi State, Kwara, and Niger. On your left hand side, on your right hand side is a border to Cameroon. So you have Adamawa. Now all of these zones have the Christians. The Christian community are predominantly in Muslim in this area. So now, and also their land is rich, very, very rich with a lot of
Nigeria.
So most of these terrorist group come from up north, the white side of the upper north of Nigeria, the other side, and they infiltrate into these yellow stripe zones to kill the people, take their land, and all of these that we are saying now, religious violence with on other things too. So we need to understand what George is saying. So George, now we're also saying that ECOWAS is denying that there is any religious
that's the problem.
Not only ECOWAS, George, our foreign minister Tuga, that's Nigerian foreign minister. He was in an outing yesterday, and he boldly said that there's nothing going on. He said that Nigeria is well. That's the foreign minister Yusuf Tuga. He said the Nigerian constitution, that paper book is holding there, is the Nigerian constitution. He said the Nigerian constitution protects people against religious persecution. And he responded to questions also in the conference, saying that all the answers are in that constitution. He was speaking in Germany yesterday and defending his country and against what Trump said. So, George, if people like this are saying, ECOWAS is also saying there's nothing going on, where is Trump getting his own information?
Trump is getting his information from an investigation that took place. Okay. Trump is getting his information from an investigation that took place, which actually started before the senator from Texas, what's his name again, before he even started this. We saw this particular mass burial here. You saw that pastor that came out and was crying out and calling on Trump to please come and help them. Okay. Now we know that in 2023, there was in Plateau State, there was 200 people that were massacred with an orchestrated, deliberate attack on these people. 200. Tell me how many Muslim how many times have you seen Muslim mass burial? When it comes, what you see in the north is Boko Haram kidnapping people. That's all you see, kidnapping them and making money. You don't see this type of displacement. You don't see this, deliberate attempt to destroy a people. Most of them are languishing in the camps. And tell me, what is it that is happening to these terrorists? They're called unrepentant terrorists. The government is paying them, giving them virgins to marry, and giving them and actually funding them. Recently, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, a governor from that area actually budgeted 2.3 billion to help them out. When you arrest them, what happens? They go out through the back door because a call will come from the top to release them. None of them has been charged or put in prison up until today. We see most of these governors in the north negotiating with them, calling them brothers. You can't touch them. So tell me if there is not religious.
All right, George. Thank you.
Happening in that area.
Let's put our viewers also on to speed on what we're doing and what we're saying here. So, viewers, what we're saying is still on the claim by Trump. Trump tweeted on Saturday on his social handle and said the they are killing record numbers of Christians in Nigeria. George, let's just see a video of that. Let's see that video of him on the F1 talking to our viewers. So, viewers, this is a courtesy of CNN. Trump on F1 talking.
They're killing record numbers of Christians in Nigeria, and they have other countries very bad also. You know that part of the world very bad. They're killing the Christians and killing them in very large numbers. We're not going to allow that to happen.
So what
killing them in large numbers, we're not going to allow that.
One of these pastors also in the north just came out and was showing, names of the ones that were massacred. I don't know if you have that picture also. There were a lot of them with their names, all Christians that were massacred in the north. So you see, one of the major problems we have is this in Nigeria. We tend to have short memories. Was it not our current president who came out and was pushing the government of the United States of America and talking about the killing of Christians, that is condemnable? Was it not, our beloved president who was saying that? I believe it was in 2014 or thereabout.
Yes,
he came out openly, and this was
against President Jonathan
out of the way. Now today, they are saying there is no more Christian genocide in Nigeria. No, there is a Christian genocide in Nigeria, and I can stand by it. And if anybody wants to argue or debate this, let us come open forum. I will bring my own data and show every single Nigerian what has been happening in the Middle Belt, how Christians are being massacred. So let's not deny the facts. Let's find a solution to the problem. And Trump
not deny the fact.
Allowed. If you cannot do you see, this is exactly why we are like blind horses running around the mountain, motion with no progress in that country. Let's face the truth. Let's face the truth. If you cannot handle, ask for help. Let American troops come and wipe all these people away, so that we can have peace in that country. Return all the Middle Belt people that are ID camps. Help them to build houses so they can start planting and giving us food again, not only in Nigeria, but in West Africa. That's the way we deal with the truth. Stop all this political pontification and denying of the truth. You can do all that. Talk cheap. What we need is action. We need safety of the people in the Middle Belt.
We need the safety of the people in the Middle Belt.
Yes. And
we need to go back to that.
We are going around the world talking nonsense, condemning Trump. What have your government done since in 3 different governments? What have they done to safeguard the lives of these people? Nothing. All we do is complain.
All right.
We send messages, and then all of a sudden it's all over. We should not be allowing that to happen in our country anymore. Mr. President, man up, stand up, face these people. You are the only one that can destroy them and stop this nonsense that is happening in our country. We are praying for you.
George, you're vehemently blowing very hot here now. George, there's a statement you made that should be noted. It is that if they can't do it, then let United States come in and take over. So they should now understand that the issue on ground is not denying and trying to say nothing is happening, but going out now to do it. Fight these people. Take these people out take the Christians out from that harm way, and bring peace to the land. A Nigerian nurse that was sent to that part of Nigeria for her service. She went to do her housemanship. After finishing your medical course, your medical course, you do the housemanship. She came out and gave very horrific story. And it's true. She's not making up stories. So I don't know why the government people and these present government supporters are just trying to hide this whole story. I don't know why.
The Middle Belt tragedy isn't a Nigerian problem. It's a human story of lives uprooted, and faith tested. Solving it begins with truth, justice, leadership that values every life, Christian or Muslim. We don't care. If people are dying, even if it's only Muslims that are dying, is it not enough for us to bring a foreign help to come and help us? Is it not? Or is it because Trump is mentioning Christians, but let's just say that it is Muslims that are massacring. Should we not ask for foreign help to come and help us? Are those lives, do they not matter?
Yes, and George, let's also add that it is not just Middle Belt. Even right there on the north of Nigeria, like you see from the map, north of Nigeria, most communities up north, you have those communities up north, Jigawa, Katsina, Sokoto, Kebbi, Zamfara, Kaduna, Yobe, Borno, Gombe. Now, this whole up region also are being inflicted with these terrorist activities. These are killings, and those people there are also Nigerians, and most of them are not even Christians too. Most of them are Muslims too. So it is a two-way thing, inflicting both on their people and on the Christian. But the Christian on the Middle Belt and the Christian community is more. Because it's more.
That's where you see the mass killings and churches being burned down.
More.
Massacre houses being burned down.
Yes, it's more. It's more. All right, George. George, we will continue to speak as long as this issue is still a burning issue. We will not stop too. We'll be looking into what the government has done. Instead of government paying people to defend and say nothing is happening, government should use those funds, money they are giving to Mokre and all these Bawala, all these men, all these spokesmen, and go there to start finding the solution. And
the problem was that they started Boko Haram as a political pressure over Jonathan. Yeah, they did. The history is right there. One day, if you want to, we can do a special show where we can bring the history of Boko Haram, who started it. There is a man today, a former governor today that is still alive, who was funding them. He's still alive, walking around the streets today. No prosecution, none whatsoever. The same way they have not prosecuted any of these terrorists. All they do is, bring out money, buy houses for them, give them wives and food and welfare. Negotiating with terrorists? What are we talking about here? It doesn't make any sense in this current world.
All right, so this is it. We'll continue to speak out. We'll continue. But George, before we go off from this topic for today, we'll continue on this other time. But before we go up, what they are also now saying is that thing, like we said on Monday, that the United States is coming to take our resources. They're also coming to stop to do this. But one thing I know, actually, George, from what you just said of sponsoring Boko Haram, there's that package United States gives to Africa and sometimes to humanitarian outlets. Now, Boko Haram was placed under that indices, that's humanitarian, blah, blah, blah. They did it as if it was not a terrorist group, but an organization. So fund coming from USAID, remember USAID, now Trump have stopped that. Those funds were going also to Boko Haram, and they were using it to, instead of using it for humanitarian thing, they were using it to fight war, buy arms and kill people. So that's why they say,
when the money comes, who is in control of it?
It comes to the governor of the state of that place.
I said the governor of the state will now use it to fund the Boko Haram people. Was it US that is paying them directly, or was it our own people that are using the money instead of helping the poor? They would continue to weaponize, through poverty, and then give the money to the Boko Haram people. Was it not? Who is dispensing that money when it comes down? That's the question we need to ask.
That's why Trump have stopped all of that, because those money weren't going to the right channel. They were being used for something else. Other people were really living off those money, and now it's been cut off.
Thank you.
George. Yes, George. Let's do a small break. You really went hard here now. Let's do a small break and come on the other side. Thank you.
SSM's Wednesday Global Africa program brings to you our news stories, exclusive reporting, and SSM perspectives on the day's top news. Plus, the inside scoop on Africa's most important developing stories. Join us on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. West African time.
This country has some of the most extraordinary culinary diversity in the world. I'm talking about Nigeria. This first dish is amala abula, made popular by the Yoruba people in southwest Nigeria. It starts with amala made from dried yam and then is covered in a variety of soups. Next we have ofe nsala, a white soup that is synonymous with the Igbo people of southeastern Nigeria. It goes best with fufu, or akbo as the Igbos call it. Next we have suya, the most well-known food of the Hausa and Fulani people of northern Nigeria. Meat is covered in a peanut-based powder called yaji and cooked over an open fire. This is banga and starch, a classic of the Urhobo people of Delta State. Lastly, we have onunu, a plantain-based swallow of the Izon people in south-south Nigeria. We are eating it with fisherman soup, popular throughout this whole region. And of course, we don't forget the jollof rice. This is popular everywhere in Nigeria. I think what makes Nigeria so great is the diversity of all the different people coming together. These beautiful ethnic groups living side by side, sharing culture and cuisine is what makes Nigeria such an amazing country to visit. Nigerians should be so proud of that cultural heritage, as there is so much more that unites than divides them.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerian soul are proud to serve our sovereign motherland.
Here are 3 things that I absolutely loved about Nigeria. Number 1, I fit in. I fit in. Melanin, caramel, chocolate, mocha, whatever you may call it, I fit in, baby. I felt at home. I didn't feel out of place. I didn't feel like anybody was staring at me. Nobody was looking at me strange when I walked around in the stores. I mean, everybody was minding their own business. Number 2, the people. I mean, Nigerians are a vibe. The diverse culture, the different tribes, the different religions, the people are a vibe, okay? Whatever it is that you're looking for, they got it in Nigeria, okay? And they see you. They see you. They notice you. There's a sense of community. People care. Yes. And of course, you might be woken up at 2 in the morning because there's church going on the loudspeaker. But hey, nothing wrong with a little godliness, okay? Relax. Number 3, I love that Nigerians are resilient. They are resilient. Very ambitious and resilient people. They don't depend on the government for anything. They will figure out how they can take care of themselves. They see their systems. They know it's messed up. And guess what? They still thrive and they still figure out a way to make it work. So shout out to all my Nigerians. You are nothing but queens and kings in my eyes. If you're LDR.
In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
All right, George, viewers, you're welcome back. We're back on the second side of our news Wednesday news African news update. George, let's see this video, and you tell me your own point of view on it.
Have I committed any offense? Why are you withholding my passport? Hello, fellow Nigerians. Good morning. This is Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. I haven't completed my celebration of my second year in office. I decided to take a week off. So I'm at the airport here and my passport is being withheld again. The same thing happened last time where my passport was seized. I have committed no offense and there is no order from the court to withhold my passport and deny me traveling. The last time this happened, the officer in charge told us that the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, instructed them to withhold my passport and prevent me from traveling because he said each time I travel out of the country, I smear the country's image by granting interviews out in international media. Please, can you tell them to release my passport and this embarrassment should stop? You have no right to withhold my passport. You have no right to deny me exit and entrance into my country. I have not committed any offense, and this must stop. Sorry. No, this must stop. As a matter of fact, I think I have to sue you for continuously embarrassing me. Sorry. No, don't tell me sorry. Can I please have my passport? You can't keep doing this to me all the time. I've been standing here for the past 20 minutes. Why are you doing this? What have I committed? The last time it had to take someone influential to call you to release my passport. That was what allowed me travel. Now again, you are withholding my passport. Why are you making calls? Is Godswill Akpabio so important? Why is he overruling boundaries? Godswill Akpabio, the Senate President, has instructed the Comptroller General of Customs to deny me exit, to withhold my passport. This is wrong. There was no order. Yes, I know I have 2 federal government cases against me, of which the President of Nigeria instructed the AGF to cancel the cases, to withdraw the cases. No, hold on, please. This President Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually spoke with Godswill Akpabio to terminate all the cases against me because he agreed that they were politically witch-hunting cases. Hold on. So there is no reason why my passport should be withheld at the international airport. There is no reason why. You have no right to do that, madam. You have no right. You are taking laws into your hands. There is no court order. I have not missed any of my court appearances. I have attended all my court sessions. I am not a flight risk. I am not a risk to my country. So why are you treating me like a criminal? Can I have my passport, please? Thank you very much. Sometimes I think you just have to be a rebel to get things right. Then you keep asking Nigerians to be good citizens. If I had not gone public, would you have given me my passport?
George, a long one there. Drama played out, very intense, very emotional. So what we just saw is a drama at the Abuja airport as immigration seizes a senator representing.
Can you imagine?
Natasha's passport.
It's just a joke. This is a joke. This is a joke. You say this is so laughable, but yet a very serious issue that we are dealing with in our country. And we are talking about we want a fair playground for everybody. Now we are walking about and talking about women joining the politics. Look at the one that is joined. Look at the way they're treating this woman. Look at the way they are maligning her. Just frustrating the heck out of her. She can't even get out of the country. For what purpose is it that they're holding this passport for 20 minutes? She could have missed her flight. A senator in Nigeria, because she's a woman. I remember not too long ago what happened with a senator from Edo State. The kind of attitude he exhibited simply because a simple thing happened. And then he went bonkers. And here we go again.
And they didn't tell his passport.
Did they have to be withholding her passport? A senator in Nigeria. Come on, man. Come on. You see, we're just playing games. That's all it is. If we are serious people in that country, we need Idi Abo back. I'm serious. We need Idi Abo back. We need the spirit of Idi Abo to rise up again in Nigeria. That's it. So that we can be able to just, follow the rule and the law and be disciplined in every area. Because this is nothing but a joke, a laughable joke in our own country. Unfortunately.
Very laughable. Okay, viewers, so that was it. Yesterday, the lady was traveling, the senator, Lady Natasha was traveling, and her passport was briefly seized, but later released, like you could see. But the thing is, why stop her? Why do that? What is all this? It shows that some people actually owns the country, and the rest of the people are just.
You see, when you keep on talking, you keep talking, they will call you a rebel, or they'll say that you're not speaking truth to power. Listen to this. There was a coup attempt in Nigeria not too
George,
long ago.
George, you
No,
now
no.
admit.
Now, allegedly
Allegedly.
coup
Okay.
attempt in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that could have happened? It is some of this nonsense that is going on. So we need to be careful. We don't want any type of military rule in Nigeria, but let's all be disciplined with the system, because there is a systemic mess going on in that country, which we
Yes.
are closing our eyes to.
Mm.
Things ought to be working so perfectly. Listen to me. A friend of mine just came from a very high official, went to Abuja. When he arrived in Abuja airport, he was so surprised. He was scared because he didn't have any change in him to bribe people through, because he was used to that. But they just allowed him to come in and say thank you. There was no, oh God, find us something, give us some love offering. None. He was shocked. He called me from the airport and was telling me, oh, Nigeria is changing. Oh, I said, what do you mean? He told me what happened. I'm outside now. Not a single dime did I pay. So I'm applauding the minister that is in charge of these airports, Festus Kayamo. He is doing a fantastic job. Let me tell you something. When people are doing good, we have to open up our mouth and praise them.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Festus Kayamo is doing a fantastic job.
You know what I noticed about that airport experience is some people don't have it pleasant, some people have it pleasant. I think it comes with your lucky day. Probably you're lucky to come in and have this beautiful free passage, smooth entrance or arrival. Now I have other story that doesn't sound good, and it's recent too. Stories of so I think it's just the day the sun shines on some passengers, and the day
what we need to do. You know what you need to do. Use the modern technology to eradicate corruption. Put your phone in your pocket. Put it on the video. When they start asking you for money, post it on the social media.
Very, very good. When they start asking for money, and when things go the other way, like electricity going off. Electricity going off while they are just arriving, and they have to on their phone light to see themselves pass through the.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
2025. And we're still fighting over whether there is a religious tension in Nigeria or ethnic division in Nigeria.
So you didn't see that all of them had their phones on. And many people, they were coming from America too. You were coming from your end, and they couldn't believe it. And they were using the phones so that they won't bump on themselves. So phone now became the light. And right there, the tunnel, some people were screaming because it was so dark. And the passage was very dark. And they were screaming because they...
Maybe a cargo of drugs were being passed, so they turned the generator off.
No, I don't think so. All right, George. Let's talk about you heard that Dick Cheney passed away yesterday. Yeah, 84 years old. Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney was one of the most powerful vice presidents in United States history. He was he was George Bush's vice. George, what do you have on Dick Cheney?
Former Vice President Dick Cheney, has died at the age of 84. Well, he should have stayed until 94 or 100. The nation marks the passing of Dick Cheney, a man served as one of the most powerful, consequential vice presidents in modern American history, actually. Incredible. And then, actually, his long career in Washington spanned decades. From White House to Chief of Staff to Congressman to Secretary of Defense during the Gulf War before becoming the Vice President in 2021. So post 9/11 architect, following the 9/11 attacks, he was a central architect of the nation's response, shaping policies on terrorism, surveillance, and wars in Iraq and in Afghanistan. So his unwavering conservative approach defined his tenure and made him a polarizing figure, sparking sharp debates about executive power and national security, which continues up until this day in the United States of America. So he was there. He was something else. So
Something else. Yeah.
well, full coverage of his legacy. One of these days maybe we can talk about Dick Cheney, because he was a man of incredible
Thank you,
progress.
George. Thank you, George. So viewers, that's Dick Cheney's picture there. He died 84, and the president said it's a loss to the nation, and also sorrow to families and friends. Dick Cheney died of pneumonia and cardiac disease, like they said, on Monday, age 84. So our condolences to Dick Cheney. I actually followed Dick Cheney's political path, George. I used to like his style, very hardliner,
so you must like Trump then, if you like Dick Cheney.
Yes, hardliner. Dick Cheney, in fact, Dick Cheney was more like the president, while Bush was just
was a ceremonial.
Ceremonial president. He comes hard. He doesn't care. He tells it as it is. All right, viewers, thank you, George. Also, in your place there, they are having an election in the United States. America also has that by-election, that off-season election. So you have two states. Is that I think one of them is
well, we have it's for different states in America.
Blue states.
Yeah. So the most important one actually that made a lot of news is
the mayor
Mandani. Yeah, the mayor of New York.
Yes.
Democratic.
So has he won?
Yes, he has. Yes.
So Mandani becomes the mayor now.
Yes, he won the primaries.
Upon all the big donors that was behind the other man, what's his name? The big donors were all behind
Cuomo.
Cuomo. Michael Bloomberg, all of them were. So Mandani won. Oh, that's good. Mandani is of Indian heritage. Is that Indian?
Yes. Yeah, he's a foreigner.
Yeah.
So now also we have the New Jersey governor, Mickey Sherrill, Democrat, was also, he competed in the race and he won against Jack Ciattarelli, a Republican. Also, the Virginia governor, another woman that won, Abigail Spanberger, another Democrat, was reported to have won in Virginia. So all these, and then finally you come to California also. In California, you also have Winston L.C. as a Republican Californian proposition. Governor Gavin Newsom was supporting this ballot initiative to create a gerrymander favoring Democrats. So I believe also that all the elections that took place yesterday, Democrats came on top. And this is a serious warning, because what you see in the United States today, the government has been shut down for almost 1 month.
Yes, the shutdown.
So people are now feeling the pain. A lot of people are not getting paid. They are working. Air traffic controllers, most of them are working. They are not getting paid. So now what you're seeing is the pain that is, people are feeling now is coming against the Republicans. So the next, and the midterm election is coming very soon. If they continue in this vein, they're going to lose both houses.
Oh dear. Okay, viewers joining us, we are talking about the off-season election in America. Some states, we have 2 states that used to do election at this point in time, and the mayor of New York. Now Mandani will become the mayor, and George is giving us that update of those other governors that have won. So the Democrats are creeping in gradually. Trump, watch your back, Trump, watch your back. As I would say. Yes. All right.
Trump will tell you no shaking. No shaking.
No shaking. No shaking. Yeah, he's so confident of himself. So George, let's with these days we don't want to stay all the whole day time, and but what do you have any news you probably want to inform us? Anything?
I was just listening to one of the what do you call it again? Was listening to Wike defending himself.
Yes.
That's another news, actually.
That's another news. That's correct.
He was
Yes.
defending
Let's see the clip. Then
Yeah,
we'll talk about it.
You traveled to the UAE and you took your sons.
What's
Is that right?
Well, what law said that my sons shouldn't travel?
Should you have taking your sons with the state money for state affairs,
can they
for official duties?
Let the FCT say where they paid 1 naira.
But should your children be involved in going with you to conferences, attending official events with you?
Master degree holders. That should not
This official matter, should they?
What is official matter? Did they sign any document?
But was it a personal trip?
No, it doesn't need to be a personal trip.
It doesn't need an official trip.
What's wrong? So I can travel with anybody from the federal capital. I can travel with anybody in Nigeria. I have that right.
Why are you going around with your children?
Oh, come on. They have to know how Nigeria is. They have to learn about government. They have to know that the society...
Are you teaching them to be politicians?
No. That is not correct. Can I tell you? My first son is a lawyer. You know what they choose? He said, no, I'm not going to practice. I was angry. He said, no, I want to be a farmer. I said, what do you mean by this? He said, no, this is what I want to do. I said, okay, what do you do? He had gone for training in Spain. He's going for training in Lisbon. He's leaving this week to China to learn.
Okay, George.
My second son.
This is that thing that we are talking about in our country, where
people
just go and do whatever they want to do because you are an official. You go out there, you do whatever. Here is the key legal and regulatory framework that make this action very contentious. Okay. People are paying taxes, and whether it's taxes or the oil money, you are a government official. You have no right whatsoever to take your family members to go on a trip like this under the taxpayer's expense. The Code of Conduct for Public Officers, 5th, scheduled in 1999 Constitution. This is the most critical document. Doesn't mention family travel specifically, but it establishes core principle that such actions likely violate Section 2 of the Conflict of Interest. A public officer shall not put himself in a position where his personal interest conflicts with his public duties. That's what you're seeing here. That's what you're seeing. So if your son was a lawyer, if your son is a lawyer, he should have advised you otherwise. What did you say? Section 2. A public officer shall not, so what we are seeing here, Section 5, conduct. A public officer shall not engage in any conduct that is unbecoming of a public officer. You're taking your sons to go to UAE on official duty. What he could have done was go there. If you want them to come, you can get them flights to join you after you finish your official duties. Not to go with you under the expense of the taxpayers.
Let me bring in my own take on that. He vehemently said the money, the cash, was not from the taxpayers' money. So this is probably his personal fund. But where I think you got it right is the Code of Conduct section of the Constitution that you mentioned, where it is unethical as an official, government official, to move around with family members because they weren't the one that was appointed. They weren't the one that was voted for.
Section 10. Read Section 10. Section 10 says a public officer shall not use his office to confer an advantage or disadvantage on any person. Flying his sons on an official trip could be seen as conferring an undue advantage. The free trip, I don't care.
The error the interviewer did was he would go into this section that you have now to buttress on that and make it known that apart from him sponsoring the trip, he is breaking the code of the ethics for work, government work.
Now, between me and you, Massive Mark,
good one, George.
We know that Wike did not pay for that trip for the sons. We know that. We know that. If investigation need to be done, let's do a forensic investigation to find out exactly. Show us the ticket. Wasn't it the same sons that he gave lands in Abuja not too long ago that he's fighting?
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I'm standing with you on the ethics side of it, the working ethics, government officials in the constitution. This is what the interviewer should have said. In the constitution of ethics, working ethics, you don't move around with your family members. You don't even do anything to favor your family members while you're in office. Nepotism. And that's one thing killing Nigeria, George. Nepotism.
It is. We do these things. Okay, see, the problem we have is this. Okay, this is public information right now.
Yes.
There will not be any type of investigation because it will die on arrival. Nothing will happen. Nobody will look into it because we have all these mini deities called officials in our government who feel like no law can touch them. Because they are mini gods. That's exactly. If you want to run a country that is efficient, that is fair, and it is equitable, we need to be looking into all of this and correct this nonsense that is going on. We know that Wike did not pay for his son's travel because he felt like he can get away. Like you said,
you're repeating it. All right, Judge. Yes. Good one. We said it well. You know what we're standing on. What we're standing on is the ease of governance and doing things well. We're not talking on biases. We're not emotional. We're saying it the way it should be. The constitution side of it you brought out was on point, George, and that's what we should run with. That's the point. That's the side we should go with. George, I think this is it. You've done so well. We've looked through. What else? Do we split? Do we go? Do you have any word for today?
Well, my word for today is I continue. I will speak truth to power. I will make sure that I stand with the truth all the time. And one of the truth is that I'm going to stand praying for my President Bola Ahmed Asiwaju Tinubu. I pray for him and his family members that God will continue to grant them the wisdom and the strength and the acumen to govern our nation in a way that everybody will have equal rights on a fair ground for everybody to operate, that God will use him to bring that prosperity that we need in Nigeria. And I'll pray for the country that I'm in, Canada, that God will also continue to strengthen the government of this country and the United States of America. And then that there will be peace in my country. Let's love one another. And
let's love one another. Nice. Similar thing. Now you've taught me to be praying also online. I'm praying also for my own country where I reside now, Italy.
Yes.
I pray that the policies they make favors foreigners and also policies that moves the country forward. Italy is a great country, beautiful country with so much heritage, so much to see around, and has a history from the past that has helped humanity too. So blessings to Italy. Thank you, George. Now you turned us to pastor online.
well, hey, whether we are pastors or clergymen or regular people, we're supposed to be praying for the leaders of our nations and pray for our nation. The more we do that, the better. All the negative dark forces will not be able to overcome them. So we want long life. We want prosperity for our country. That the whole nation would dwell in peace and love one another.
Nice. All right, George. George, thank you. Viewers, you see how beautiful we come through. We've come this morning, Wednesday, the 5th of November, and we've done it wonderfully. George, you're there. You have it.
I'm still waiting for my package, Joe.
Your package will come. So until we come again Friday is going to be special.
Yes.
George, also Wednesday next week, we're having a special guest that will be with us. Yes, a one-time minister of sports, youth, sport, and culture, and now the diaspora coordinator, diaspora chairman for ADC, Solomon Dalong. Solomon Dalong will be with us this time next week, and let's have some conversation with him. So until then, have a beautiful midweek hump day.
Hump day.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.